Hey everyone, welcome to Counter Sports. My name is Rev Trev. So glad you're here. We're talking about fantasy football. I'm a Packers fan who loves fantasy football, and I'm pumped. If you want to compete, contend, and win a championship, baby, just think about my advice to you. I've been helping people win championships for a number of years, and I just want to help you. So today I want to be talking about Bijan Robinson, and beware of Bijan Robinson. Now, before you freak out, just hit that like and subscribe, and listen to my argument here. I'm nervous that everyone is all in on Bijan Robinson. Like, he's a surefire pick. People are drafting him so high. He's a surefire number one, a first round guy that's going. His ADP, I believe, is 6, which is insane if you ask me. But I've seen people, and I've got friends that are picking him number 1 overall in redraft leagues. I understand if you're in a dynasty league, if he's going number 1. I understand if you're in some kind of a keeper league and you want to go for it and you're drafting him first overall. I get it. But in a redraft league, I'm having a hard time. And so I just want to say, I want to pump the brakes and just say, beware of Bijan Robinson. Like, when everyone's like, this guy's a surefire player, he's going to definitely, he's going to be the number 1. And I'm like, how can you know that a rookie is going to be number 1? Now, I know the arguments, okay, and let's just talk about them. The people watched him in college, and he is phenomenal. I'm not saying he's not talented. I think he's super talented player, okay? But in Texas, he was lighting the world on fire. Let me just read these to you. Texas school records for yards per carry. He has the team for yards per carry in a game. It's 19.1. He was 3rd in Texas career rushing touchdowns with 33, 4th in Texas career rushing yards and total touchdowns, 8th in all-purpose yards, and 9th in career points scored. So, I mean, you watch the tape; he's amazing. Now, I'm just saying, watch the preseason, see what he looks like in the NFL. Now, people are sitting there going, "Man, he looks like I think he's going to be like Barkley. He's going to be rookie Barkley. He's going to be the number 1, number 2 fantasy RB. He's safe. He's not injured. Or he's going to be like Zeke and have that phenomenal rookie season." And I get it. I understand the logic. Okay, I understand the logic. Just, how do you know for sure that's going to happen? And I know it's a fantasy football that you got to take risks. You got to go for it. I understand he's a first rounder. I have him on my list as, I believe, number 8 or 9 in running backs, but there are a ton of running backs that I like way better than him. I like CMC better. I like Eckler better. I like Barkley better. I like, you know what I mean? Like, there's Henry, Chubb. I like those guys. I like him better. And now the big argument is Tyler Algier. And I think this is a really good argument for Bijan. Not injured, super talented, and Tyler Algier on a terrible Falcons team put up huge numbers. Now, just a reminder, I was the guy who told you last year, do not draft Kyle Pitts, and I was right. I told you not to draft Trey Lance, and I was right. I know he got injured, so we'll give it a pass, but still, I don't think, like, everyone was super high. Like, now, nobody's drafting him. Everyone's dropping him. Even in dynasty leagues, people are dropping him. So I'm not saying don't draft Bijan Robinson, but let's look at the Algier thing. So in week 7, he gets 11 fantasy points. Okay, he had 50 yards. Carolina, he had 17. That was a good week for him. He had some good numbers there. But, you know, Chargers 13, and then if you go down to week 15, 16, 17, 18, this is where, you know, he started winning people. If you was in the flex spot of your leagues, you were winning some of those weeks in the playoffs. So 22 fantasy points against the Saints. Baltimore, good defense, is 15 fantasy points. 16 against Arizona, and Tampa Bay was 13. Now, you can't forget that Algier also played terribly against the Panthers and only had 3 fantasy points. Chicago, who had a horrific defense, had 7. He had 7 points. And then Washington has a good defense. He only had 5, and then 5 against the Steelers. So I get it. Bijan Robinson's better than Tyler Algier, okay? The thing is that he's still like with Ritter. I just watched that new Batman movie on Netflix and it was super good. It was disturbing, but I kind of like this Dark Knight theme of Batman, so I just thought it was good. Anyways, Ritter is still the quarterback. That's why I still am out on Kyle Pitts. I think Kyle Pitts is a phenomenal talent. I like Drake London's talent. I just don't think they have the right quarterback. So Algier is the better comparison, and I get it. So, but what are you going to do? Like, are you being bold that you're going to take Bijan number 1 in a redraft? I mean, that's tough, isn't it? Like, you got Nick Chubb, who's been doing this for so long. You've got Barkley, who's now healthy, and looking back to like beginning of Barkley, like that. I don't know. I just can't do it yet. I can't take him over CMC, over Eckler. These guys are phenomenal talents, and I get it that he has the potential to be this guy. But in a redraft league, I'll take him maybe at the end of the first round, and if he's there early second, I'll take him. Okay? I'm going to take the gamble. But I want to see what he looks like in the preseason first. I want to see what he looks like in that Atlanta's jersey and against a real defense, not just the game in practice where there's like a defensive coach that's playing against them, or they're playing zone or whatever it is. Like, I want to see him in a real game. And when will we see him? I'm not really sure. So until I see the eye test, I'm pumping the brakes, but you can do whatever you want. It's your team. But if you want to compete and contend, I would just say beware of Bijan Robinson being a sure thing for sure. He might be, but there's a lot of good running backs out there, and there's a lot of good wide receivers that have way before him as well. So hope that you do well. I hope you win your draft, that you compete, contend, and win a championship. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hit that like and subscribe button. And for more, I got tons of videos, top 10s, different strategy videos. Go check them out. Thanks for watching. Peace.